But what's
can do to help?
What can we do to help? What's changed in a week? Just asking a question.
Yeah, but he wants you to not ask a question right now. That's the one thing he told you to not do.
Hmm.
Would it help if I sang a soothing tune?
Yeah, do that. Do that.
My grandmother has rickets. Yeah, my grandmother has rickets.
And when she walks, it sounds like crickets.
Water comes out of the spigots.
Fucking hell, there's 13 people watching this live. God,
I know 30
fucking
people
help
listen
them.
to you trying to figure it out.
Right, I figured it out. Let's fucking go.
Finally. Go.
Yay. Are we good? Are we ready to start?
Why not?
Let's just do it. Whoa.
Hey.
You right? You right? Is he right?
Welcome yo to the veteran gamers. Juju, Jimmy, other fellas will tell you about every single game that you're playing this week. News, reviews, and an indie pick. Stu story time and Chinny's game breakers. Here comes Duke with the soundbite savior.
I don't. You see.
I agree. You see, it's the veteran gamers.
It's free to join apart from the one-off joining fee of £40, and then the monthly payments at £42 a month for the first month, and then it's £18 for 1 month, and then 43 payments of £92 for the next 367 months.
Hello and welcome to episode 393 on What the Fuck is Going On with Chinny.
Yay, 393 coming at you 1-2-B. I don't know what that means. I'm Duke.
I'm Stu.
Yeah. Crack on. I don't know what's going on.
So,
I don't know
is
what's
it good to be
happening.
back?
Yeah, it's great. Yeah. Give me a sec.
Are you still fiddling with something?
I'm still fiddling with shit. Just fucking talk about how you bought a thing from a shop and you're like, oh, I got a refund and all sorts of nonsense that you talk about, and I'll figure this shit out and we can all get on with our lives.
Oh,
Actually-
right. Here we go. It's story time
My
already.
favorite time. It's story time. Story time.
Go on, have you got one, Duke? Or is that just the intro to mine?
I've been writing. I was writing the other day, and this guy in front of me was being really loud in the coffee shop. Like he was basically using Skype to call people, I guess, where he works. And like he was like, "No, I'm the lead on this project. You need to give me a title for this project because I'm the lead on it." And like talking full volume in the middle of the coffee shop, and it's just like, "What are you doing, dude?" And maybe he doesn't have anywhere else to go, I guess. But it was really weird. But strangely enough, it didn't stop me from being able to write okay. And that it's another item on my list of places I've had success writing, along with the Taco Bell at 2 a.m. When they were playing horrible 80s rock and roll.
So you didn't go up and smash his iPad or whatever he was using to Skype on then?
I just sat behind him and said to myself, I wish he'd be quiet. But then I thought, why do I need him to be quiet? He's not really bothering me. It's just kind of annoying. That's all. So no, I didn't smash anything.
Should have done. You should have gone up and just like punched him in the face and like tipped his coffee on him or something.
How about this? When you're in a coffee shop and someone's talking, you can do that.
Okay, I'll do that then. That's what I think I should do.
So what's your exciting story of the week?
Nothing really. Nothing really. But I have watched the first 3 episodes of the Castlevania thing.
Oh yeah, and
I thought it was pretty good.
Is it
pretty good? It is. It is like an anime. Yes, that is true.
Yeah, that's cool.
But it is very graphic. Shall I say? It's kind of almost like an animated Game of Thrones type affair.
Okay.
Sort of. Not quite as epic as that, but obviously.
Now, are you into the Castlevania games? Like, do you know the lore of that, or is it just like you're starting fresh and who cares?
Not a clue. I know Dracula's in there, but beyond that, I have no clue what else is happening. Oh, that's Dracula, I'm guessing.
I think
No,
so.
I think that's the dentist. That's the thing. They put.
Now spit.
By the way, I would like to I'd like to give a
Take
special
a
shout out
shit?
to Greg.
Was that take
Lacey,
a
'cause
shit?
he,
What
having
is that?
Greg DeLacy, I wanted to give him a shout out because he's given us some constructive feedback about the importance of not eating during a podcast. And I agree with that.
Chris.
Now, fair enough. Last week I was eating a big sandwich because we had some left over. We're not going to talk about the sandwich again, but I
Yeah,
tried
you
to
mean,
mute
like,
myself.
why did you have cheese and vegetables in it? I mean, really?
Exactly.
I tried to mute it when I was eating, but fortunately, Greg Lacy has given the okay for us to drink during a podcast. So
Okay.
Yeah, don't give sort of any more time to the sandwich debacle.
All right. So we can drink
but-
during podcasting. Was that?
Yeah, drink.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so. Slurping. Good.
yeah. So thanks to Greg DeLacy for that helpful tip.
By the way,
That's good
by the way,
That's how I drink.
I've come to a decision talking about eating this week.
Okay.
Yeah, and right, enough of that now, please.
Sounds like dude's pissing into a cup right now.
I know, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I've come to a decision this week
Yeah,
because
what's your decision? Go ahead.
it's soon to be EGX, right? It's soon
Okay.
to be EGX
Okay, so-
again. And
Choo!
what is going on?
Sorry.
It
Go on,
made
carry on.
Slurpee.
Drinking, slurping, sneezing.
I don't know what the hell is happening. There'll be farts in a minute. Anyway,
No.
yes, it is EGX very soon, right? And having seen the footage of last year of me sort of pretty fat crawling around on the floor like some sort of
yeah.
weird slug,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
I've decided I've got to lose a bit of weight, man. I'm going to try and lose a bit of weight
for
before
EGX?
EGX.
All right.
I'm going to lose weight for EGX.
Okay, so
What
how
is that?
heavy are you now?
Too heavy. To not put
Okay,
too.
It
to
sounds
put
like
too
Duke,
fat.
Duke is losing weight by 5.
I know, yeah. That
so
is a good
you-
way to do
Ass
it.
So,
get
okay.
out of you. It's good.
A better question then.
All right, enough, Duke.
A better question.
You asked for it.
No, he didn't.
No, I
A
didn't.
better question. How much weight do you want to lose?
Ideally, well, before overall, I'd like to lose maybe 2 stones again.
Okay.
Okay, but before EGX, I'm going to be realistic and aim for a stone by
stone.
EGX.
That's good. That's healthy.
Yeah, I'm going to.
I am also going to
six-
watch
six-
you lose that stone because I'm not losing anything. Sorry. Not
Brilliant.
happening.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have a go. I'm gonna see if I can do this, because I've done it before, so I know what's what.
Cool.
And I'm still nearly 2 stones lighter than the heaviest I've ever been,
Uh-huh.
which is good, I guess. But yeah, 2 stones is what I'm aiming. Sort of a stone for EGX, 2 stones overall. That's what I'm going
You
for.
go get them.
I know, yeah. I've
And
got
then
time
Christmas
to do
will
it.
happen, and you'll just be like,
Yeah, put some back on again. But as long as I've lost some, that's not as bad. That's not as bad. So tonight, rather than crisps prior to the show, because quite often I'll grab a bag of crisps as I'm coming in to record.
yeah.
I had a banana.
Oh.
Banana.
Bored now.
Yeah.
Banana. Banana.
What's the big plan? What's the big plan?
We'd like to thank everybody in the stream for supporting ISIS.
Yeah, apparently. Not sure
Yeah.
how that happened. Well, there you go.
Sumu said it says, we're paying good money to listen to this nonsense when I was messing it all up. And I said, we don't see a penny of that money. And he says, oh my God, I'm funding ISIS instead. It's
Yeah,
all
what's this?
hilarious stuff.
Hilarious.
Terrorist organization known as the so-called Islamic State.
Okay,
Not
we don't
It's not really Islamic. Go on.
talk about politics on this show. We talk about games. It's nothing to do with games, and I know a lot of the shit we talk about has nothing to do with games.
Let's
but
talk about games
ISIS
then.
Definitely doesn't have anything to do with games.
Can we talk about games then, please?
Let's talk about some games then. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, I love games.
Are you seriously talking about video games?
Go on then, Duke. What have you been doing? I mean, you're on holiday, so I'm expecting big things here. What have you been doing?
Rocket League.
Yeah.
Ugh,
Yeah. I passed the 1,000-hour mark.
Yeah.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy? I hit gold
Yes.
like 4 times now. but I'm in a slump. It's so crazy. When I do, like, I'll get up to gold through a slow and steady, you know, the line of getting up to gold is very, you know, it's like a 45-degree line. It's sort of like up, down, up, down, up, 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 down, 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 up, down, up, down, up, down, down, you know, and I'll eventually get to gold, right? And then as soon as I get to gold, for some reason, I just go into this free fall where it's like lose, 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 lose. So I think it was like Saturday morning. No, it was Friday morning. Whatever. Recently, I woke up in the morning and I was at gold 1. And now I'm at silver 2.
Ugh.
Like 0.2. I'm like, what's happening? I'm just like lose, lose, lose. And the worst part is if you lose a lot, you get down to lower levels. And the biggest problem with that, I mean, you're playing people who aren't so good, which is nice, but then you have teammates who aren't so good. And it's like, I screw up, okay, but then they're screwing up too. And I usually screw up by missing the ball, which is, okay, boneheaded, yes. But my teammates often screw up with tactical things, like they don't cycle back to play defense. And it's so infuriating because then I'm mad at myself for missing, and I'm mad at them for just being stupid. If I miss, I mean, everybody misses the ball sometimes. But if you're being an idiot, that's a different matter. So, whatever. Anyway,
I've actually got some advice for you, Duke, how to get better.
Yeah, what's that? Go ahead.
Don't suck as much.
Well, I'm trying not to. And how many times have you gotten to gold on doubles, Stu?
I don't even play that game
Exactly.
because it's just a
When I played you,
nonsense.
Stu, I fucking beat you 10-0, so shut up.
Yeah, but that's like Chitty.
Shut up.
That's like you beating a 4-year-old in a boxing contest.
Yeah, well, the 4-year-old shouldn't step in that ring then, should they?
Do you know what I'm saying?
So, Stu, what you're saying is you suck at Rocket League.
Yes, I do, and I'm proud to admit it.
Well, then who are you to tell me not to suck?
The person who sucks.
Yeah, well, I don't know. You're not making any sense. This isn't a good argument.
I recently had somebody add me on his friends list on Rocket League, which is fine. He's cool. Not Evan, some other guy. And what I realized, I played a bunch of games with him. I realized, and he wasn't playing well, and he was mad at himself for not playing well, which, again, I do that if I don't play well. But the thing is, I noticed he was making certain stupid mistakes, and I'm sure he was noticing I was making them. And I realized one of the reasons I don't always like playing with another person is that if they're making dumb mistakes, they're gonna probably make those dumb mistakes again and again and again. Whereas if I play with randoms, maybe someone will make a dumb mistake one game. The next game I'll have somebody else who might make a different dumb mistake, but they might not make those dumb mistakes. So it's nice to have that variety. And I have a feeling like, oh, the next game I'll get a different teammate who won't be so clumsy or. You know,
I don't know. I feel like when you play with people you know, it's good to know what they're good at, and good to know that I know that he will go back to the goal and not,
right.
You know. So
yeah,
I counter your point, Duke. I don't buy it.
That's a good point. I think there's like positives and negatives in both cases, but you know, that's why I like playing with you or Antonio. Like I know for sure that you're gonna play a lot better than me. So you'll make up for my deficits.
I don't think that's true these days, Duke. I think I've never reached gold ever, so.
And we'll see. Mm-hmm. So anyway, Rocket League is awesome. I got a hankering for some team deathmatch type games, so I reinstalled Call of Duty Black Ops 2 and 3 because I had 3 installed and it's like 70 gigabytes, and I was like, take that out of here. That's screwed up. Gigabytes. I know, right? That's a lot of gigabytes. And so, but then I realized, hey, I can just install Black Ops 3 multiplayer. Oh, yeah. You can go in the Steam preferences and just install the multiplayer. So I was like, okay, I'll do that. And I played a couple rounds. God, I'm terrible at that. You think I suck at Rocket League, Stu? You should see me play Call of Duty. And the worst part is the only people playing the older Call of Duty games now are people who are either hacking
really good,
or they're so good they know every map inside and out. So they go like 30-2. And what am I going to do against them? I'm just a casual dude who likes having fun.
Do you know what you want to play, don't you?
What's that?
You want to play a game, right, where there is no leveling up, so it's a fairly level playing field, and everyone has fun.
Titanfall 2? Rocket League?
No.
But see, that's the thing about playing ranked Rocket League, is because I know I'm going to play people about my level. When I play a game like Call of Duty, it doesn't pair you up with people at your level, and so that can be really frustrating. It would be really nice if they had a ranking system like that in Call of Duty. But anyway, are you alluding to a specific game, Stu?
I am alluding to, well, the one that you both play quite a lot these days.
PUBG.
PUBG for the win.
But you know what I realized about PUBG? And this
Oh, no, here we go.
I haven't been playing it so much lately,
Go
is
on.
that half the game is just running around and picking up crap off the floor.
Not true. If you land in the fucking hot areas, it is one exciting fucking thrill
Listen to
ride.
Ginny. He knows what's going on.
I've swayed towards landing in the hotter areas
Ooh, look at Chinny.
because
It's
you
more
learn,
exciting.
You learn. No, not just because it's more exciting. Because you learn how to fight.
You learn how to fight with a frying pan.
Like
Now,
you're more likely to come into conflict. You're more
Yeah.
likely to maybe have one up on them. They might have one up on you. But
Right.
you learn how to shoot the guns. Now, if you play Call of Duty for 20 hours without shooting anyone, you won't be as good as shooting.
That's true. That's
So
very
just
true.
fucking shoot more.
Now, you see, I suppose.
If you land in a crowded area, you're probably more likely or less likely to get shot by someone you can't see while you're running through a field.
Exactly.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I was speaking to a friend of mine who's a massive PUBG fan.
Well, let's get him on the show then and fuck you off, Stu.
Maybe that's what you need. But anyway, his tactic is he never goes looking for any weapons. He gets like a weapon, and then he just spends the game taking other people down and nicking their weapons.
There is the mentality of like you just one more loot, one more house, one more loot, and just really like you should just fucking my advice for anyone who wants to get better at PUBG: land in the military base or in a big city and get the fuck on with it.
Yeah,
Stop being
that's
a
what he does.
pussy.
He ignores going in the houses. He just gets his weapons off other players.
Don't be a wet and just fucking get in there and sort it out.
Yeah, exactly.
Find your balls.
Yeah, I haven't been playing a whole lot of PUBG, but I don't know. And the other thing is, like most games, for whatever reason, I don't need to crank my fans up to 100%. But with PUBG, it gets all noisy. And I don't know, it's just kind of annoying to have this big box making all this noise when I'm trying to play this video game. And I wonder if a different motherboard would help. But
I doubt it. I really doubt it.
Just leave your computer alone.
Just accept the computer as it is.
Yeah, I know. I should.
Oh,
But anyway,
you like. I don't know what you like. I was trying to think.
You like
one
something
of these
he can't
obsessive.
think of.
Yeah.
No,
No,
that's the
one of
question.
these.
Jenny, when you play the game, do you have fans going real loud?
Do you come with the car? I don't know. Because I don't really pay attention to those.
He takes
kind
no
of things.
notice, do you, Ginny? No
No.
notice.
Well, see, that makes me think you probably don't have huge loud fans because you'd probably notice.
Yeah.
No, because
maybe,
no,
but I don't
Ginny,
care.
Ginny. Remember, Ginny also. I don't know whether you do this, Stu, but Ginny obviously has his headset on. I mean, is it loud enough to go through your headset?
Well, I have a cheap Logitech headset where the cushion is falling apart and.
Yeah, that's probably more the problem.
No, I'm not, because it's not just me. It's also the Duchess has to listen to this.
Okay, if your PC is making
put on
that
a headset,
noise,
I can-
you've got
the
That's
fan-
a bad. That's a
you've
bad
got
sign.
issues.
You are.
Yeah.
If
Joking
it sounds
one.
like bearings are going to just start flying out of it at any second, that's an issue.
Anyway, that's whatever. Mainly, it's just because I wanted to play something else. The other game I've been playing lately is Fallout 4, and game. I love me some Fallout.
Fallout 4.
I just got done yesterday with the. Actually, maybe I did it this morning. Yeah, I think I did it this morning. With the railroad storyline.
Are you playing as
And-
a male or a female?
No, I'm playing as a woman. I played as a man the first time through, and I'm playing as a woman this time through.
Are
And
you
it's funny
playing as
because
a
I have
lesbian?
I am not playing as a lesbian. In fact, here, let me give
I am
some
going to be
spoilers.
very bored of your discussion.
Sorry, I can't get you excited, but I'm playing as a ginger. How's that for interesting?
Well, it was nice having you on the show, Duke. But we don't need any more Duracell batteries here, so get with it.
Yeah. But here's the thing: at the end of the game, of course, or later on in the game, when you get to the Institute, you meet Sean, right? He has gray hair, not red. And I thought that was weird. I was expecting him to have red hair, but because he's old,
you had red hair.
right? Exactly. And
But
then,
he's
of
old.
course, the boy.
He's old.
Yeah, I know what I'm saying though. The boy Sean he has red hair.
But
And I
even gingers go grey.
Here's the thing. I realize that it's a pretty masterful thing that they've done because you end up with the kid you were looking for the whole game at the end of it in the form of the synth, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And it's weird because I played as the Railroad the last time I played with the Minutemen, and it's all about destroying the whole Institute. But without the Institute, I wouldn't have my son, right? So it's a weird love-hate thing going on with the...
It's not really a son, though, is it?
No.
Well, what's the difference?
It's you cut him in half. You'll find the difference.
Why would you
Yeah, exactly.
I'm saying in a day-to-day sense, is there any practical difference?
If you I don't know. Look,
it's the child I wanted.
Yeah, but like if he drinks a glass of water, he'll just fizz out, won't he?
Yeah, but that's not the point. He might have a
You can never go swimming with him.
Imagine had a robot that could do all those things.
Yeah, but he's not really your child, though, is he?
I know he's not, but my point is, for all intents and purposes,
that's interesting because
he's 98% my child.
I watched a very smart show. It's about science and stuff. It's called Rick and Morty, right? And
documentary show.
Yeah, it's documentary, and for people who don't know, it's a cartoon about science, but it's fucking mad. It's basically Back to the Future, but as if Doc was a mad drunk. And there's an episode where Rick basically fucks up the world, just fucks it all up, just turns everybody into mutants, and they're all fucked. And he says, I'll tell you what, right, what we'll do is we'll find a dimension. You know, there's infinite possibilities in different dimensions. I'll find one where we've just died. Everything's fine, but we've just died, me and you. And we'll go in there, we'll bury our dead bodies, and then we'll just carry on. Rick is obviously fine with this, but Morty, who's a child, is he just cannot adjust to this like horrible display. Like his sister is not really his sister, his mother is not really his mother, his father is not really his father. But
because you know it's not quite
right. So
you want to take the red pill.
I don't think if you had a robot son that replaced your son, I don't quite think you would ever adjust to it.
No, it won't work.
No, I know, but what I'm saying though is that it's so close. Like it's for all intents and purposes, it's the thing you were looking for the whole time, and you couldn't have the thing you're looking for because Sean is 70 years old.
Yeah.
So the Institute has given you this thing that you want, despite the fact it is the organization that stole it from you in the first place. So I just think that's an interesting Mobius.
Does he grow old, or does he just stay a kid?
No, he'll just stay a kid.
That's boring.
I don't think. But here's the thing. We don't know actually because they talk in the game about creating organic synthetics.
Because I was watching another documentary, right? And
go on. What was this one called?
It's an animated documentary. It was made several years ago, and it was called Robots. And in that, it's a cartoon called Robots, right? I don't know if you remember it. It starred.
Yes, I do. Yes.
Robin Williams, I think. Anyway, when they grew up, they changed their robot parts and made them older.
There you go.
So anyway. But no, I mean, of all the science fiction stuff we've seen, an android can't really grow old.
Until we create synthetic bone structures that grow. And
put it this way, we're not going to create that, are we? We're not going to do that.
We'd be multi-millionaires, billionaires, possibly, if that happened.
Anyway, point is.
But the other thing is, would he pass the Turing test? And that's the other thing.
Exactly. That's the question. And I think he would. I think in 2078 or whenever the hell the game takes place, robots would. I mean, that's the whole reason the Institute's a threat is because they've created robots that can pass the Turing test, and they do look and talk and walk exactly like humans.
I don't know. And Fallout 4 is a good game.
It is.
When it's like the Institute sends you to go eliminate these synths, and you get there and they're scared and they're just like, help us, please.
The only reason, sorry, dude, sorry.
The only a person of conscience is going to stop and go, wow, why should I destroy these things? Yes, they basically have the same internal makeup as a toaster, but for all intents and purposes, they're relating to me as a human being. So how do I have the ability to just end their life?
It's interesting that you're having this conflict because I joined the Institute.
And
I'd like to share. And you know,
oh god, here we go.
What? I'm going to say something serious. What's
but you probably did something horrible, didn't you?
No,
us to not believe that you're ever serious, Chinny. Congratulations.
I know. Yeah, but I'm going to be serious. Spoilers. I'm not. All right, but like the the reason why I'm like, because you're saying, the reason you know, you can see why somebody would join because they've given you everything that you need. You know, and all sorts of stuff. I join them because they look cool and they wear glasses. Like the Matrix. So it's similar reasons, Duke, why we feel it's very similar.
The path leading NPCs in this game are a nightmare. I mean, Bethesda's never been good at that, but it feels like they're so much worse in this game than they are in Skyrim. Like, he's like, follow me and I'll take you to the place we need to go. And then, like, he's walking back behind me and then he's going down the wrong hallway. And I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Get it together, Bethesda. This is ridiculous. And it's one of these, you know, it was one of these missions where you can't just say, I'll meet you there. Because anytime Bethesda, any game really, says, do you want to follow me or shall I meet you there?
I'll meet you there.
Yeah, exactly. So, whatever.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you a question. How long has this game been out for now?
A while.
2 years? How many? Yeah, 2-3 years. I don't know.
It came out 2015.
Wow. So yeah, nearly 3 years, and they've still not patched that problem. You know what? This still exists in this game.
I'd imagine it's unpatchable, Stu.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, maybe not unpatchable, but it's not worth the time and effort to put into patching it.
Yeah.
Anyway, the point is they get better each time, I suppose. I mean, I can't imagine what it was like in Oblivion if you had to follow somebody, but whatever. So I installed a mod that allows you to make your settlements better. It's called the Homemaker mod, and it has a lot of extra stuff you can add to make houses easier to build and to decorate your houses with more stuff and all that. It's better, but it's not perfect. So, for instance, when you make a house out of wood, which is the most easily abundant material of all, right? You can make it look pretty nice, but there's no houses. You can't build a wall with a window in it.
No.
What sense does that make? That's idiotic. I'm going to build a nice house for myself. Sorry, you can't put a window anywhere. Like, what? Who would have thought making a house with a window was a tall order?
This is a hostile world. You can't put windows on your house.
Yeah, you don't want people shooting you through the window,
putting a fucking target on your head, dude. This is
God. I'll be honest.
I built a house with walls everywhere on the first floor, and then on the second floor, I just put a little border fence so that I have basically a huge balcony on the roof. And so if I want to look out the window, I can just go up there and I can see it's at the castle. So I can look around and see all the cool stuff around me and look at all the shops I built in the castle. And it's lovely.
Do you know what though? When they came out and they went, and we're going to have crafting, I was like, do you know what? I couldn't have cared less. I was just like, what the fuck? Who gives a shit?
Well, I do. It's fun to make a house. Anyway, the last thing I will say is I finally came upon that robot pirate ship you were talking about, Chinny.
Oh, yeah.
That's a great mission because you have to try to get I don't remember what it is, something off of the scavengers nearby. Yeah. And they're like, help us take them down and steal everything and blow up all those robots. And I was like, hell no, I'm not betraying my robot friends. And they were like, well, then fuck you. And they started attacking me. And I was like, no, fuck you. And then, again, spoilers for Fallout 4 if you haven't played it yet. Warning. At the end of that mission, you finally, you're going to see this thing power up its rocket engines and take off. And it does, and it's beautiful. And it goes like 100 feet, and then it lands on the next building.
And they're very happy. The robots are like, yeah, this is great progress.
They're like, yes, within 1,000 years, we will make it to the ocean.
Yeah, well, you think about it, robots don't have the immediacy that humans do, so it's not too problem.
Do you know what my favourite bit of Fallout 4 was?
What was that?
When you get picked up. No, when you get picked up in a helicopter.
That was a cool part, no doubt.
It was, and it was so cool to fly. Because in most RPGs, like Skyrim or previous Fallouts, you never really get to see the land from the air.
True. Not true. Skyrim,
you get on a dragon.
Spoilers, spoilers for Skyrim.
Warning!
When you're going to fight Alduin for the last time, you get to ride on a dragon, and in the Dragonborn DLC, you can call a dragon in and ride it around anywhere you want.
Yeah, you see, I never did any of that shit, so that's why I don't know.
Well, I did.
Well, you played freaking hours of that game. Even when you were done with it, you carried on playing, you mental case.
I didn't ride in the Vertibird the first time I played Fallout 4 because the Minuteman mission, that you don't ever do that. So it was only this time that I got to do it, and I was like, "Oh, dude, I'm riding around!" And when I got up to you have to go disable the blimp that they have.
Oh yeah.
As soon as I step out, here comes Nick Valentine, or I'm ready to do what you need. I'm like, no, I'm supposed to be incognito, pretending to be a member of the Brotherhood of Steel.
I see you undercover there. Do you need any help?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm good at being undercover. See?
Why are they shooting at us?
Yeah, I can be one of the Brotherhood. Yeah.
I said to Nick, I'm mostly steel. I'm 43% steel. I said to Nick, stay here. I'll be right back. And he's like, okay. And then I get to the second floor, and he's with me again. I'm like, what are you doing?
Hey, I totally stayed there for a while. You wasn't coming?
That actually sounds like him. That's really
Hey,
good.
Stu, don't give me shit, man. I've been waiting here for 3 weeks.
That's the worst, is if you tell a companion, stay here, and then you forget where they are. And
Yeah,
you're like, oh,
I did that with Lydia. I told her to stay in the mage place in Skyrim. All right, and I was like, where the fuck's Lydia? Like a week later, she's like, yep, still out, still
I'm so
standing here. What did you think? Didn't you just chill out? What?
At some point, you would think, okay, I need to go back to the starting place.
I don't think he's coming
Princess
back.
Bride. It's like Princess Bride when Inigo Montoya's like, you told me to go back to the beginning, physics, so I'm here at the beginning. Anyway, because I was playing as a woman in Fallout 4, I thought, hey, Nick's a guy, I'm a gal,
Hey.
and I figure, hey, we can do something, a little something, because I did his mission where we took care of that guy, and so it
You
said
wanna
he...
see a robot penis. Let's
Zip it about.
And
Have you got some obsession with like androids and whether they're human or not at the moment? What is going on?
it didn't work. You can't do it. It's so stupid. In a game where they're trying to get you to question the difference between humans and androids, you can't romance the android. And the ironic part of that is, in Diamond City, where Nick lives, there's a teacher who gets married to his robot teacher friend. So clearly they were thinking about it in some way, but they just never wanted Nick to cross that line.
But clearly he was also mental for marrying a robot.
Well, but what's the difference?
He's not a real person.
Yeah.
It's a robot.
Look, all I'm saying is there is a philosophical fine line at a certain point, not right now in our development, but in 100 years, we will probably have robots that look and talk and act. I mean, did you see Her?
I did, yes. Yes, I have.
Do you think he was mental for falling in love with his operating system?
Definitely. It was a computer. It wasn't even a person or a robot. It was just a computer program.
So do you not believe they had an actual connection?
I can believe that they had a emotional connection, but you can't fall in love with not a person.
Can you be friends with a not a person?
I don't know. It's a hard question when it doesn't exist in real life. I don't know.
What I'm saying, I'm leading to this. Are you and I friends?
I would have said so, yes.
How do you know I'm not a robot?
Because you passed the Turing test, and also, I don't believe... Just a minute. I know a surefire way that you're not a robot.
How's that?
Because an emotionless robot would never get as angry as you do some of the time.
I have an emotion program installed.
I reckon
Maybe
you were
you do.
made by Donald Trump. And
I've been playing. Moving on. Who's next?
Moving on. I'll go next and get mine out of the way.
Before I finish, I want to give a shout out to Rob because I appreciate him coming on the show last week, and he gave me a new sound clip.
The Boss Wave crew. You've got at least 2 of us as sound clips now.
Now I got 3 of them.
There you go. Yes, I've been playing some new games.
Yeah.
New games. Yes, new-ish games. Newish games. I am totally back on Horizon Zero Dawn.
Oh.
After a slight hiatus.
Interesting.
Yes, I went back. I primarily went back to test my new TV out and see how it looked on there.
It's like 4K.
And then, well, it's not in 4K because I haven't got a PS4 Pro, so but it has got HDR enabled.
Or high def or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it's got HDR, whatever, it's high dynamic range color. High dynamic range. That's what the nerd term.
Oh my god! Thank God I spent all that money on this big TV.
I love it. Actually, My Big TV have found a new mode for it this week, which is incredible, right?
Something other than show images on the screen.
Oh yeah, because it's got Ambilight on it. I discussed this.
Oh God, not this again.
But listen, right? If you play music, it can do a full-on disco, baby. I'm not kidding you. There are lights going off like fucking no business. It is amazing. I'm like, this is the best thing ever. It's got lights. It's like disco lights in your living room. It's amazing. Anyway, that's besides the point.
This is exactly what Neil Postman meant when he said amusing ourselves to death.
I know exactly. Oh, it's amazing. Anyway, that being said, Horizon Zero Dawn still impressing me. I'm getting sort of to grips with the voice thing. You know, I'm starting to just accept it, and also I kind of don't notice it as much now. I think that's because it's just sort of there all the time, on and off, that you kind of just get used to it being there, so I don't really notice it as much. And I am liking the story. I'm liking the way that it's going. I'm ignoring, if I'm being honest, most of the side mission-y stuff. I'm not tending to do any of the side missions. I'm doing the odd thing. I'm not asked about, you can, you know, like the bases in like the, I'm trying to think what games like that have bases. Far Cry. You know, like Far Cry games where you have to clear out the bases.
Yes.
Well, they have little villages that are similar to that, you know, where they have like loads of enemies in a village and you have to go and clear it out and reclaim it and all that sort of stuff. But I tend to just ignore that, if I'm being really honest. I just can't be bothered. Just can't be arsed. But yeah, I'm fighting new creatures. The further you go out, the tougher, obviously, the creatures start to get. And yeah, some of them are really tough to take down. So you really got to think.
Have dicks on them?
They don't. No, I haven't seen any robot dick.
Oh man, I thought it was the game of the year. I guess it's not.
Really tough to take. Robot vaginas for that. You know, let's be equal here. I haven't seen either of these things.
Right. Yeah. Of course.
But yes, I'm finding it really, really good, and I'm still really enjoying it. I've got to a really cool part of the story. I love the day-night cycles and the way all that works. The way that
it goes from day and then it goes to night.
No,
the sun goes down, and then the moon comes up.
I don't think I've ever seen that in a video game.
No,
is that actually what you're saying, Stu? Oh my God, I was making fun of you.
What I'm saying is, I feel that the way that it transitions from day to night and night to day is really realistic. It looks like really nice lighting. It just looks cool. Not quite as good, I have to say. Not quite as good as The Witcher 3.
2004 called. They want their gaming innovation back.
No, but I mean, right. There's different games that do this, but most of them don't do it as well. That's what I'm trying to say. It looks really incredible in this game.
Dead Rising did it the best. Because there's a cutscene and all the zombies have red eyes and it goes, ooh.
I've got to say, the first time I played Dead Rising and that happened, I did shit myself a little bit.
Exactly.
It is horrible. It's horrible. The first time it goes to night in Dead Rising was horrible.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, that was horrible. So yeah, Horizon Zero Dawn continues to be great. This week, Mass Effect have released a 10-hour demo on PC, Xbox, and on...
Really? Andromeda's free for 10 hours?
Free for the first 10 hours of the game, yeah.
If I'm going to play it, I'm going to play it all. Fuck you.
That's true, though.
Well, you keep your progression and all that sort of stuff, so it's not like you have to start the game over.
I said fuck you.
Okay, I'm just saying.
I don't know what else you want from me.
Well, part of you don't you understand?
Because by the time I play it, I'll forget the 10 hours that I played. Bollocks to this shit.
So anyway, I thought, you know what? I'll give it a go. See what it's like.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. No, yes, I did. But yeah, so far it's actually all right. It's all right. I'm not blown away. And graphically, it looks fine. But again, it's not incredible or anything. But it looks fine. And story-wise, actually, I'm quite enjoying it. But again, it's another sort of Mafia 3 scenario. Because, you know, I feel like with Mafia 3, right, because obviously they gave away the first whole level as a demo. And it was pretty great. The first level of that game is pretty cool.
Yeah.
But then I know from what you've said, it gets a bit tedious and shit's a bit shit. You know what I mean?
It bookends well.
Yeah. And I feel like Andromeda's going to be similar. I feel like the story at the beginning is really cool and it's, you know, the setup's really nice. But I know from what people have said, they make you do tedious stuff that you don't really want to have to do.
Can you water my flowers?
Yeah, stuff like that. And I think it just...
I'd like to flower your waters.
Flower my water.
It just puts me off. And also, and weirdly, and I know this is a weird one, but they've introduced you don't have to press a button to pick up health or to pick up extra ammo. You know, if you start running out of ammo, you just walk into the symbol with it on and it just automatically reloads your weapon.
Okay. Sounds great.
Which is fine, right? I have no problems with that, but it's also auto cover. So if you go up to a rock, you automatically ducks, or it's a she that I'm playing, ducks into cover.
Yeah.
And I don't know why, but I prefer a button.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I prefer. I think auto cover's sort of in trend quite a lot.
Yeah.
Can't think of other games that do it actually, but there seems to be a lot more. It's like a popular trend lately, and I don't like it. I've never liked it.
No, I'd rather just press a button to go in, and then I know I'm in cover. You know what I mean? Until I press it to come out of cover, and it's sometimes you think you're in cover, and then you're not in cover. You know what I mean? And it only goes into cover when you have your gun out.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to have your weapon equipped to go into cover. Yeah. So sometimes if you don't have your weapon out, you run up to a rock thinking you're getting into cover because some enemies suddenly appear, and you're not in cover because you're like, oh shit, I haven't got my gun out, I need to aim, and then you aim and he goes into cover, and or she goes into cover. I don't know. I'm not keen on that mechanic. I wish they'd just have a button. I don't know. That might be just me, but I think I'm probably a few people.
I agree. I just wouldn't talk about it for 10 minutes.
No. But as far as the story goes, I think it's kind of cool. You know, I like the first world that you arrive on.
Yeah.
First problems. Ha!
Yeah. First world problems, man, and it is a problem because shit goes down.
Shit.
Shit.
Cypress Hill thing. When the shit goes down, you better be ready.
But yeah, it's all right. I think the jetpack thing works quite well.
And so you got like a boost.
Yeah, well, you have an upward boost, and then you have another button that you press at the same time, and that boosts you forward.
Okay.
So it's like a double jetpack.
Fair enough.
So it's like got vertical and horizontal movement, and you soon really do get used to it. You know, you soon sort of just doing it without really thinking about it too much, which I like. It's like very intuitive. Yeah. So very much like that.
Or Section 8, if we want to be honest, because they came up with it first.
Yep. Yeah, so there's a few games that have utilised this, but it works fine in this game. And it is the most, out of all of the Mass Effect games I've played, it is the most arcadey one I've played so far, if that makes any sense. It's feels very RPG light.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It just feels like a third person shooter with some RPG elements.
Are the characters as cool?
Not really. I'm not feeling the sort of character that you play as so much.
Ryder,
I don't know what it's
Ryder.
Yeah, Ryder. And they have quite a nifty little explanation, you know, as to why you play as a female or a male, which I quite liked. I like the way that they explain that.
Got different bits.
No. There's
one's got a dick, one's got a fanny. You play the one with the fanny.
There's a reason in the story why you play.
They're brother and sister.
They are brother and sister, but
spoilers.
They both exist.
For me to play this.
They both exist there, so it's kind of cool. But yeah, it's pretty nifty. But yeah, I do feel like the characters.
Wife.
Say what, you?
Fallout 4 did it first. Your husband or wife.
Look, this isn't a pissing contest. It's a who's done.
Yeah, but if it was.
Every time.
If it was, Bethesda
except when it comes to story, releasing games without touches.
That's fine. That's fine, right?
Still wins every
but yeah, it's pretty good so far, and I've not played all of my 10 hours, so I'm a fair way in, but I've not played all the 10 hours that I've got available to me.
Hurry up, time to put it out.
But yeah, I'm sort of enjoying it, so it's pretty good so far. But yeah, it does feel a bit lightish, and like you said, yeah, the characters don't seem to have as much depth as the previous games. I don't think they're quite as well written. The voice acting is great, but I don't know. I don't know whether I feel that they're as engaging as characters somehow.
So you're not getting married? Engaged.
Yeah.
Engaged.
I get it. Apart from that, I went to Feng Shui's this week for a few beers, and we played some more Horde mode in Gears of War 4.
Oh, yeah.
And I do love that game. It's weird. Like, I don't play it very often because obviously I don't have any sort of Xbox now, so I have no way of playing that game. But every time I do play it, I do enjoy it, and we did have a lot of fun, and we did up to a level 20, and yeah, on the Horde, and it's kind of fun. I'm not very good at it, to be fair. I did get in the top 3 of a round once or twice, but that was kind of it. But yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Gears. Yeah.
Top 3 out of how many?
You only have, I think there was 6 of us playing. So
top 3 out of 6.
Yeah, but that's good. That's good when you're shit at it. And I only play it like once every blue moon, and the people I'm playing with play it like every week.
There you go.
You know, so
glad you had fun. Yeah, from the man who told me I suck at Rocket League.
Well, that's fine. That's because you do. Anyway, and I suck at Gears of War 4. And I don't mind admitting it. Anyway, the final game I've been playing, and we played this at EGX last year.
Cuphead.
Is Black the Fall.
Okay.
Black the Fall, and
I'll take
it's
your word
kind
for
of.
It.
Yeah, we did play this. It's kind of an inside, or at least I did anyway. I don't know whether you did, but I definitely played this at EGX last year, and it's kind of an insider-like. It's made by a Romanian game developer.
Okay.
And so far, it's pretty good. I quite like the demo when I played it at EGX, so I thought when that comes out, or I see it coming out, I'll have a look at it. It's a tenner. It's kind of cheap, you know. It's not an expensive game to buy, and it's kind of good. It's like, you know, a typical inside like puzzle platformer.
It doesn't like Inside.
Yeah, and it's like a communist regime, so everybody's powering by pedaling bikes and all that sort of stuff.
Oh, it's like Black Mirror.
It is, and you've got kind of a little antenna on your head which you controlled with. But yeah, it's pretty good so far. I'm kind of enjoying it. It's brutal in the same way that Inside and Limbo are. You know, you do die very quickly, you know, when you make a mistake, and it's like kind of brutal.
It's exactly like Stummies.
But the respawn is instantaneous. It never punishes you for sort of being killed. It just takes you back a very small distance, and it just lets you crack on and have another go, or try and figure out what it is you have to do on that particular puzzle. But yeah, I mean, for £10, so far, I could definitely recommend it. I mean, I might change my mind next week by the time I get to the end of the game. But yeah, if you're hankering for something that's very much like Inside with puzzles and platforming,
but a bit shitter.
It's not. I don't even know whether I'd say it's a bit shitter. It's obviously not as good.
So it's shitter.
But I wouldn't say it was. Yeah, I guess I'd look at it in a more positive way. It's not quite
shitter than Inside. Would you agree with that?
It's not quite as good, is what I would say.
It's shitter.
Rather than having a negative.
It looks like you got shitter grades this quarter than you did last quarter.
Yeah. So it's pretty good. I would definitely recommend giving it a whizzle.
So Inside is less shit than this.
Yes, it is.
Total shit. Inside is not. Is that what you're saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Inside is less shit than Black the Fall. But you know what? I like supporting, especially these indie developers from countries that struggle, you know, or probably find it more difficult to get games published and what have you. So
it doesn't sound like you supporting indie developers.
I know. So yeah, give it a whirl. Anyways, you know,
you wait until he finds out this was a big corporate event, and it's like the man made this game, and he's like, oh, it's shit.
It was the same studio that made Inside, and they're just like, let's see if they like it if it's from an indie studio instead of us.
Yeah.
Well, I would imagine that Inside Playdead are kind of an indie studio, really, as well. They're an independent studio.
Unknown quantity. If they don't know that it's us, how would they like it?
Yeah, but Playdead are an independent studio. Anyway, Chidi, what have you been up to?
About what an independent studio is. That's clearly the nature of the joke I was making.
Okay, anyway, what have you been up to, Chidi? Anyway. No, banana.
PUBG.
Yeah.
PUBG.
FIFA now. FIFA.
PUBG.
Rocket League.
PUBG. I've been playing PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. Surprise, surprise.
Really? I'm shocked. Who knew?
It's going to be bikes soon. Oh, my God.
Yeah. The reason why I was away last week, I had a lot of things going on. I went to see Kings of Leon, and I went to a wedding in Manchester and stuff.
Or Madchester, as people in the know like to call it.
No. So Went to that. Actually, the wedding was in Ramsbottom.
Oh yes, Ramsbottom, the lovely place.
Ramsbottom.
Bottom.
I don't know. I sort of been away from video games for a long time, and I eventually jumped back on PUBG on Wednesday, and I wasn't that fussed about playing it. And I was like, man, do I even care about video games now? Do I want to play them? I don't miss them. I don't really want to learn a new song on the guitar. I don't care. And then I played PUBG, and then I got a fucking chicken dinner, and I'm back in.
No way. A solo chicken dinner.
No, I got a chicken dinner with the boys. With the boys.
That's
awesome.
awesome.
All right, okay.
And
Who all was there?
Kevin was there, Sean was there, and I think Morty was there.
Nice.
I think that was the team, and we got a chicken dinner, and yeah, we fucking did it, and it was good fun. So now I'm back in. I'm like, yeah, PUBG for life. Fuck real world. I don't want to let new song on the guitar.
So let me ask you: are you excited about the new map coming, the desert map?
Yeah. No, any changes are welcome. I'd rather have the vault over a fence update than a new map at this point, because fuck that.
Pretty annoying having round of fence.
It is pretty annoying, but yeah, a new map would be cool. I don't want them to add too much too soon. Like dribs and drabs. The kind of the way like Rocket League does it is nice. Because I feel like if they added like 5 maps all at once, it would be too much. I like the fact that we've got this map and we got to learn this map, and when you play on it, you quickly remember things. It's like, oh yeah, I had this firefight here, or this area on the stream right now is really bad for getting stuck in because it's all high hills around you. So we actually rename a lot of the towns in PUBG because it's fun. So there's a Chintoon, which I've talked about. So Chintoon is where I did very well one game, and it got named Chintoon. There's Kevtoon, which is where Kevin did well once, which is sort of southwest. And where we are now is like this sort of valley area with a city in it, and that's called Ben Crevice, I think it is. And that's where Ben sort of said to go, and we keep renaming things. Fraser's Diner is where we always go to in Chintoon because it always has good loot. So that's fun. But PUBG continues to be great. I really enjoy it. And my advice for people that are thinking about getting into it or have got into it and they're not having much luck with it, I would, loot up and learn how to play the game. But once you sort of get into a point where it's like, I'm struggling firefights, I don't feel like I'm very good at it, just land in a busy area. It's really exciting. You're probably going to die, but guess what? You don't die in real life. You'll be fine. So just get into a heavy area, panic, find a gun, and see if you can tag a few people out. And you quickly learn. When you jump in a Call of Duty game, you're going to get killed pretty quickly, and that's fine. And that's how you learn. But yeah, Sumu has jumped into the game now. He's sort of like a new addition, and I jumped on with his first. He had a couple of hours, and then he jumped on with us, and he still felt like a noob, and he didn't feel confident because he watched us on a stream, and we did really well. We got the chicken dinner, and he was like, "Oh my god, these guys are like pros." And then he actually played with us in real life, and then realised we're absolutely shit. So it's all good. And apart from that, I played a little bit of Elite again with Marsh. And I'm only playing Elite because Marsh...
I'm stroking my stick. I'm stroking it.
Yeah, pretty much. And I only play it because Marsh wants me to play it. And I make it very public to him that I think this is wank. I actually titled the stream Elite is Wank. And a lot of people came in and thought that was funny. Even Elite fans thought that was funny. But I don't know. I just feel like this game is a lot of Marsh telling me what to do, and I went just before Marsh came on. I launched this game on my own, and I just started playing it on my own, and I had no fucking idea what to do, not a clue, and it was really boring. And then I was in a passenger. I was the gunner in Marsh's ship. And I couldn't fucking shoot for like an hour. Like I was like, why can't I shoot? And it took us ages to work out why I can't shoot. And he's like, there's different firing modes. And I went, fuck this game. It's just annoying.
So you're loving it then?
I said to Mosh, I think it's because I don't like simulations. I don't like driving simulations. I don't like flight simulations. When I played Flight Simulator, when I first had a PC in 1997, I had Flight Simulator for free. I put it in. I quickly learned how to take off, and I abandoned the plane. I went for a drink. I came back. The plane was upside down. I don't like simulations. They're fucking boring. You know what I mean? It's not to say I don't like complex games. You know, I think like City Skylines I can handle. And
yeah, but to be fair, let's just go back to that a little bit, because to be fair, Elite is a bit more action orientated than Flight Simulator.
Fuck you.
There is shit going on all the time. If you go into Warp Drive, the amount of times you get pulled out to it by some bandit trying to loot your ship or whatever, that happens all the time.
Yeah, Chinny, you're just playing it wrong.
I took off from a thing.
And
then space station.
And then I went up, flew around, tried to go into my menus, went into the galaxy map, went into the system map, tried to warp drive. Fuck me, it was just boring. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing here. This is shit. And then I go into the space station, and there's like, bounties and all this shit. I'm like, I don't care. Like, leave them. Like, they're miles away. They're light years away. Fuck them.
Yeah, but you can travel vast distances in short spaces of time.
You know what I mean? I don't worry about problems on Pluto. Fuck it.
Well, maybe you should.
Maybe you should do.
Why? We don't even like Pluto. Pluto's just like a dumb planet that no one can agree on. Fuck it.
Not even a planet anymore.
Exactly. It's a dwarf planet. It doesn't even count. Stupid piece of shit.
It's a giant asteroid.
That's the name of this episode. Fuck you, Pluto. We hate you.
Fuck you, Pluto. And the dog. So fuck Elite. I don't like it.
Is that your final word on Elite?
I just think it's boring. It's just extra, isn't it? It's just like, oh my god, landing gear and.
What's your review noise for Elite Dangerous?
But, and I know you mentioned this, but City Skyland, I like Skyline. City Skyline. I look at that and I think that looks totally boring.
Yeah, it is. But
because it's like you're just mind-numbingly making a city and building roads. Who wants to do that?
It's not as exciting as Hotland Miami.
I'd rather be shooting ships down in space than building roads.
Well, it sounds like Chinny too, but he doesn't get to do that in this game.
I mean, City Skylines is a good example, but I think Prison Architect is Cities Skyfall is a good example, but I think Prison Architect is a better example of like a game that's simmy, but it's not too simmy, and it's fun.
And the good thing about Prison Architect is people get like knifed in the shower and stuff, don't they? So shit goes down. I mean, when I did mine, I did it.
Elite is more people getting shanked in the shower.
Yeah, I did it.
I think I've come up with a couple of alternative names for Elite.
Go ahead, shoot. Let me hear you shoot.
Okay,
shoot.
First one's simple. Delete.
I like it. Delete. Yeah,
or
it's good.
Elite. Dangerously unfun.
I don't think you're ever going to beat Galo. I don't think that can be beaten.
I don't think I coined Galo. I think that was.
No, you didn't. That's what I mean. You come up with names. Chad Warden's got the best ever.
See, what he did is he took the name Halo and changed it to Galo, and that implies that it's gay, which has negative connotations, which it shouldn't, but it does.
Man, they best rename that shit to Galo.
Exactly.
It's the way he says it too. He really sells it.
Yeah, he does.
He does. He sells it. He sells it. So you need to try that with Delete, but try and do it in a more, with some emphasis. Go for it. Let's hear it.
Funny joke, Chinny. Let's move on.
I want to hear it. Go on, Chinny. Do the Chad Warden.
Jesus, you're really making him do this. Stop.
I'm going to make it do it. Shut up. Shut up. Go.
Fucking don't play the game. How about
that? There you go.
Delete. Perfect. Fucking Elite. No. If it's on your hard drive, delete it. Oh, I like it. I played it. I might play it again. No, you won't. You won't play it again. It's shit.
You don't like it. It's not fun. You're not actually.
If you are playing it regular, question yourself. Just question everything. Look at yourself in the mirror and go, why do I like this game?
What am I doing?
What am I doing?
Wasting my time.
What am I doing? God, the only thing worse than this
So-
is making a podcast about video games.
So you're dissing your best mate Marsh.
Yes.
And you're also dissing Hardly Dan from the Gamesman.
Yeah.
And Stu.
Not so much me, because let's be honest, I played it for about
Let's
10
be honest.
hours. And that's
Stu
fine.
will
You
just-
always talk about how much you love it and you
No,
stick.
he'll just flip-flop to anything. He's just a whore.
You know me, I flip-flop, man. I'm
He's
a
just a
gaming
whore.
slut.
This is the best game. Oh my god, I'm going to buy VR. Fling next week. Oh my god. Fucking this other game's the best thing. Fling. Oh my god, this 2D story-based game is the best thing. Fling.
Playing a Japanese game.
Japanese where your skirt walking around in an umbrella. Like, oh my god.
My teacher's my maid.
To be fair, I have finished a lot of games this year.
Well,
I've
they're
still
all...
finished
Yeah, but
a
they're
lot
all
of
like
games.
story-based 2-minute things.
No, none of
Where
them
you're
are
a
2
fly
minutes.
and then you go into a piece of shit and then you turn
I'm
into an
sorry.
elephant.
Yakuza 0 is a
Alright,
2
there's always
game.
an exception.
You are just so wrong.
Black Fall, the Cloud, whatever the hell you were just talking about. That is the typical type of game you talk about a lot, Stu.
Yes,
Anyway,
but
that's what I've been playing.
I
I finished those 2-minute games, though.
I finished them, so you know that's
what I've
it's
been
all
playing
good.
anyway. Delete.
It's all
and
good.
All right,
PUBG.
done with that. Ready for the
Yeah,
news.
delete, dangerous, delete, elite. Right, talking of,
Putting news first.
it is time for the news.
In the news, video games make money.
What?
I know.
need a-
Apparently, the games
that
business
sounds-
is worth 200 billion. Well, will be worth 200 billion by 2021, which is a year in the future. Ooh.
In the future.
But no one cares about the future, so fuck it. Anyway, future Mike can go fuck himself. Battlegrounds is addictive because there's no wrong way to play. That's an article that somebody wrote on Kotaku, like they've got nothing else to do.
I've found the wrong way to play it. You die a lot. That's the wrong way to play.
I don't know. I don't want to read that one. That one's boring.
Look, I thought you might want to talk about it. You play the game. I'm
No,
like,
fuck
is it fun because there's no wrong way to play it? I don't know.
No,
You play
it's
it.
fun because it's fun. Shut up. Right, okay. Telling Lies is the next game from Her Story creator Sam Barlow. No relation to Ken Barlow from Coronation Street. And it will be released by Edith Finch publisher Anna Interactive. Variety reported today. The new game will also be an interactive movie. Surprise, surprise. But with more characters and a more complex story, which is why it will probably be shit.
It may not be as good as.
It won't
Her
be as good. Yeah, no, it might be good. I don't know. Her Story was fine, but I liked Her Story for its simplicity. You know what I mean? Like it worked because it was simple. But it might do better. There's a video on the internet of a disabled player getting a chicken dinner. I mean, I don't know why.
I want to
that's
talk
important.
a little about. I want to talk a little
I don't know
bit
why
about
somebody
telling
getting
lies.
served.
Why are you moving on so fast? We haven't even talked about
no.
telling lies.
All right. Well, that was the article. It was really short.
No, I know, but in another article I read, I've picked the wrong one.
I don't
guess,
know
but,
what other articles you've read, Stu.
But apparently,
It's fine about what he wants to talk about with the articles he read but didn't link.
apparently he's going to try and get sort of Hollywood people to do the acting in this one, so get sort of proper actors rather than.
Don't you think that's worth talking about, Chinny? For instance, I'd like to say in response to that, cool.
Yeah, but hopefully it'll
I'm
have
not a fan of
better
that, though.
production values.
No, like I don't know. No.
What's wrong with the production values in Her Story? They were fine.
Like in Game of Thrones, how many Hollywood actors was in Game of Thrones?
To begin with, none, but now most of them have done stuff in Hollywood, and Peter Dinklage was in Hollywood way before Game
but
of
no
Thrones.
one cared about him.
And what about his dad?
You can
what about his dad, Tyrion's dad?
I don't care. I don't know who Tyrion is. Fuck Game of Thrones. It's dumb, right? But what I'm saying is, like, you can make something that's good that has nobodies in it, and you can make them somebodies, right?
That's most of what Richard Linklater does in his movies.
So, most James Bond movies, Daniel Craig was known and Sean Connery was known. I get it. He was in an Alfred Hitchcock movie before he was James Bond. I get it. But most of the time, they're not household names, right? No one cared about Daniel Craig when he's in Tomb Raider 2 all right, and everybody quite liked doing layer cake, but nobody was like screaming at him and saying that he wants to marry him and all that sort of stuff until he was in James Bond. So like people say, oh, Idris Elba's going to be the next James Bond. No, it's not. It's going to be like a nobody. So just pick nobodies because it won't be as distracting if you pick Tom Cruise in your fucking game and everybody go, look, it's Tom Cruise.
So you don't think Sean Bean's a big actor before Game of Thrones, then? Is that
all
what
right,
you're saying?
there's an exception. Right, but most of them, like fucking Alfie Allen, who's Lily Allen's
No, in
brother.
the first season, the minor characters were people that you might never have heard of, but the main characters were kind of quite big, like actors and stuff.
Well, look, no one knew.
Sean Bean is a big actor.
No, all right. Oh, you're not seeing my point. No one knew who Riley Ritchie was, right? He was in it.
No, he's in it, but he isn't he only in the sort of the most recent series has he become one of the proper main characters,
Don't care.
really.
Who? Alfie Allen. He wasn't in anything before.
Alfie Allen? I don't know who Alfie Allen is.
He's Lily Allen's brother, right? He's an actor, and then he was in John Wick,
yeah.
Right? And you know, he became famous because of that. Like, there's plenty of talented actors that aren't famous that can be in this fucking video game.
I agree.
There are. I'm not
and
saying
I think picking like a known face, like, oh, let's put fucking Idris Elba in this, or let's put fucking, Jared Butler in this. You just like distracted, be weird.
Yeah, but on the other hand, it did work for the one from Quantum Break. Was that it? That had The Hobbit in it, and that was great.
Yeah,
the actual
that game was quality. Yeah, works.
No, the actual acting was fine though. There wasn't a problem with the acting.
There was no problem with the acting in her story. You don't need famous people to have good acting.
I'm not necessarily
Use that
disagreeing
money
with
for
you.
better stories
Well, then,
and more intricate gameplay.
If he can get, well, there's not going to be more intricate gameplay because it's a video film. That's
what old people call video games.
The medium of the game is that it can't be any more complex than what it is because it's it's a film, an interactive film. That's what it's going to be. But I don't think there's a problem with having a sort of more established actor in it or actress. I don't see why that's an issue.
I don't think it's necessarily a benefit or a disadvantage.
I don't want known actors. That's what I'm saying.
I guess I don't see why that's a problem though.
I just think it'd be weird.
Well, he's already explained his position. I don't understand the point of arguing about this anymore. You just disagree. That's it.
I guess. But...
I think the game will be shit. Right, let's.
I think it's going to be good. I'm hoping.
Disabled person gets chicken dinner. Like, I don't want to know what a disabled person eats. Is that news? Oh, apparently, he got the chicken dinner playing PUBG. Right, that's
and not just disabled. Like, he's playing with his mouth. It's impressive.
It is impressive.
Yeah, dude's playing with his. He's got like this little device that allows him to move it a little bit and then like push or pull in order to he moves it left and right, up and down if he needs to change the scope, and then he can push the button in order to heal up or to shoot. It's. I mean, I can't play that well using my hands. This dude's playing with his mouth. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Dude's got skills.
And I think it's cool to see that there's enough innovation now in controllers and setups that people can, with disabilities, still get to enjoy video games.
Absolutely. It's like special effects. Christian Barclay was just tagging me on a Facebook post about special effects because this dude loves playing FIFA. And then I think he had like muscular dystrophy or something. It caused him to have trouble using the controller. And they made him a new custom controller. Now he gets to play it again. And it's so cool to see that. That's what we need to be innovating.
I always think like, what if I lose my hands? All right, like.
Well, take heart. You can still play PUBG.
Yeah, and I have massive respect for people that that make these things for these people. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That put the time out and do it, and it's great. And he got a chicken dinner, which I fucking hate him for because I haven't got that many. So yeah, good on him, I guess. The boss.
Yeah, but I'm guessing it was a solo chicken dinner as well.
I don't think it was actually.
No, it was not. He was with another person. The other person got the last kill. Watch the video, Stu. Come on.
Yeah, I haven't seen the video, I must admit, but obviously read the story.
What are you talking about? It was impressive.
You should.
It is
you should play PUBG, Stu. That's what you should do.
No, I shouldn't. It'd probably make my PC explode.
Yeah, did you get a hacksaw?
Yeah, it would. So there you go.
Continuing on to PUBG, it's a bit of a PUBG theme.
There is a lot of PUBG news this week.
Because there's fuck all news, to be honest.
Really?
But PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds is launching its first-person only servers this month.
I don't know if that's a thing.
I don't know how I feel about this, but yeah, it will start rolling out a mode locking all players into first person, coming with this month's big monthly update. So first person servers are coming in the next month. We'll bring first person only to solo and duo games. We've known that such a mode was planned, but not that it would come so soon. Monthly updates tend to happen at the end of the month. I don't know. Out of everything, this feels like a thing that I don't really need. Do you know what I mean? Like you know.
But it's going to be totally optional, isn't it? So they're not getting rid of the third person.
No, I get,
service.
but like
you can already play in first person if you want.
Yeah, but I just feel like
everyone's first person.
Isn't there things that they can put more time into? Like I just feel like no one's asked for this.
Yeah, but you're not bothered about it. But there will be a percentage of players out there who do want to play in first person.
Idiots, sure.
Yeah, but Duke likes first person.
Already play in first person.
Yeah.
That's already a thing. The only thing this is doing differently is saying everyone on the server has to play first person, and I don't understand why that's any different.
Well, they're just making it equal, aren't they? I guess I don't know. Field of view would be different, won't it?
I don't get it. I just feel like this is time wasted. But hey, if you enjoy doing that, then you're a horrible person. But at least you got.
Well, do you know?
Here's what they're doing. They're saying, okay, guys, we got $20 million right now.
I was going to say, yeah.
Money.
They have got a lot of cash, and they can go. Let's just add it because we can. We've got lots of money and time and people.
Put a bike in the game. No, that's stupid. Who cares? No, seriously. What do you recommend? I don't know. Skateboards.
Mind you, we don't even know for definite that bikes are coming. It's just a still photo with a bike in it. So there might not even be bikes. People just speculating because of the bike in the picture.
Well, there better be bikes, man.
Yeah.
Otherwise, another No Man's Sky.
Yeah. Oh no.
Oculus is in the news. Apparently, they're going to be making a $200 standalone wireless VR headset. I think that's pretty much it, and it's just like so. It's got like a high powerful PC built into it. It's $200. It's wireless. It's meant to sort of free you up.
It's going to be a high power PC.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be a high powered PC. Not for $200. I think this is more of to appeal to the Facebook audience.
Right. Gonna have any duct tape to the front.
Yeah,
I don't think there's going to be duct tape on it, but I think this is a savvy move even by Oculus. I think to introduce VR to the mass market. You know, if this is true and this comes out
like
to
the Gear VR, the Samsung.
Yeah,
stuff,
but
isn't it?
You don't have to have a phone. You know.
But I don't know if you've noticed, but a lot of people have phones.
They do, but then you've got to. If you were buying this, you'd be specifically buying this, not buying a phone and then thinking, "Oh, I'll get a Gear VR to go with that."
Yeah, but it's possible that people are going to look at this and go, "Well, I don't want to have another piece of crap to lug around. I'd rather have the one that fits on my phone."
Yeah, I don't know.
I guess, but I think Oculus and Facebook behind it and all that money to advertise and promote it and what have you. I think it'll be all right. I think people will buy into this for $200.
The thing is, though, I mean, okay, it does free you up being wireless, though, but what if your living room is small and you need to have a big living room to play a game, or you need to stand in a fucking field because you're going to run around everywhere, and then you're the weird guy standing in a field, and then 10 minutes later you get mugged by some kids that realise that you can't see anything. Like, where is this going?
Wait. Why are kids who are out to mug people in a field? You would think kids who want to mug people would go downtown.
Okay, when I say field, I mean park.
Oh, okay.
Park. Okay.
So you go to the park because that's the nearest open area that you can go to. And you go, I want to play Call of Duty VR, and it requires 100 feet by 100 feet fucking square clearing area. Right? Okay.
Get out of the way, everybody! I'm playing this video game.
And then somebody spots you and go, "Yo, fam, is that dickhead playing that Call of Duty VR game?" Yeah, let's fucking mug him. And you go, "Well, I'm 29. I'm a bit old to mug people." Well, okay, let's do it.
And hey, bruv. You're never too old to mug people.
Yeah. Mugging is the state. Mugging doesn't have an age, yeah. Like mugging is a state of mind, yeah. So just never think you're too old to mug people, blood.
You're only as young as you feel like you mug someone.
Yeah, I got my uncle. Yeah, he's like fucking 59, still wrapping up folks. You get me? Like on the park, busting them up, nicking their Samsungs and shit. Yeah, fucking. Where do you think my Samsung come from? Uncle fucking Tony, innit?
Stuff him in a dustbin.
But the only other differentiator between this and Gear VR as well is that it will have full position tracking. So the headset knows where you stood in a space, whereas Gear VR can't do that.
Here, wait, I have a perfect sound clip for that. Here we go. Load.
No one gives a shit.
I think you'll find people probably do. I think you'll find people probably do.
I don't know.
I don't. You see,
I agree. You see,
Oh, fuck you.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I think about that wireless VR thing. Because like, I just don't know. I don't get it.
Well, you don't get the VR thing in general, do you?
No,
but
I get it, but I don't get it. You know,
you don't get it.
You
but
play,
I think
you play Elite in VR, I get it. Oh yeah, that's cool, I guess. But I like to play my video games.
How do you bug people, bruv?
I play my video games leaning back, scratching my pants, right? And, you know, just fucking letting it all out, farting, laid back. You know, I don't play my video games dancing around my room, and I won't be doing that.
I've seen you play Dance Dance Revolution. I want to hear that. Or Just Dance.
Yeah. And I never played it again.
Imagine
So
doing that with a VR helmet on. That
I'll be interested in what kind of games they have planned for that. And you go, you need 100
I don't
feet
think it
feet.
will. I don't think it will be. I think it's going to be more about the Facebook social aspect. Because obviously, if Facebook bought it, ultimately they want to integrate it into Facebook some way.
Well,
or
what will
another.
that be? Like what you can?
I don't know. I don't know what it looks like,
Oh,
but I think
is
PlayStation Home, but with VR.
I'm speculating, but I think that's what's going to happen. That's what this is aimed at.
Case, then all it'll be is just fucking feeds of Unilad videos that people link to of somebody throwing up on somebody's face. Like,
I don't know, but obviously Facebook have a plan for VR.
I was trying to mug this person, yeah, and I threw up on his face.
Yeah, it's like just like fucking videos of a dog juggling Skittles on fire.
Sorry, I'm not. I have boring friends on Facebook. None of my friends post videos of dogs juggling.
You know, just or like some of my friends who are like they're in fucking pyramid schemes and they don't know it. Anyway, Sports Direct buys a large stake in game. So for people that don't know, Sports Direct, the people that own Sports Direct, are terrible, terrible people. And
terrible people.
Don't treat their employees very well. Don't give them proper breaks, rights, or decent pay. So they're horrible, horrible people. So you'll be delighted to know that they bought Game, which is a terrible shop that needs to die.
Well, they haven't
quickly.
bought them. They bought a 25% stake in it.
If you was to put it into the sign, maybe they bought half the G. In
a
game.
quarter. Yeah, half the G. They bought the G. No, they bought the G because they bought the G. They bought a quarter.
They bought a quarter. So they bought the G. They could have picked the A, the M, or the E, but they thought, you know, fuck it, I'm going to buy the G. Because they are Gs. They're fucking the original Gs.
That's like Mitch Hedberg talking about, I got a gold M from the Improv sign. It's like, what, you want to buy it? No, what the fuck do I want the gold M? Well, how about a gold W?
It doubles up. Yeah, anyway, I don't know. It's I've got really nothing to say about it other than I hate Mike Ashley.
Both shops.
I'm not a fan of Game. I don't like Game. I think they're crap shops to go into. At the moment they do have stocks of Switches, Nintendo Switches, but they purposely bundle them up with terrible games. So they do have a Switch, and they advertise that they have a Switch at the sort of retail price. But what they do is they only sell bundles that have games and cases, you know, like the case that you can get.
Yeah,
so they won't let you buy a Switch just as a Switch. I went in there and I went, how much is a Switch? And he went, mate, you want to buy the fucking... I don't know why he's Australian. You want to fucking buy the one with the case because you get scratched in that, and then fucking... You want to buy all that and shit, and it'll set on fire, so you want to buy a fireproof case and a fire agent. And I was like, no, I just want to buy the thing, and you're weird. So they don't... They purposely...
That True Coat sealant, you're going to want that True Coat.
So they package it in all the shit that they can't sell, and you have to pay like $100 more for all this crap. And
it comes with a subscription to Game Informer.
Yeah, boy. And also a picture of my ass.
Yeah, it's true. I'll be honest. It's obviously the same issues that GameStop are having, isn't it? In America, brick and mortar stores are going to struggle more and more. I don't know how they bounce back so well, to be honest.
I'm amazed that
malls are on their way out.
For British people that know, like I'm amazed that HMV is still alive, because every time I walk past it, it looks like somebody's dead in there, and it closed down. It just and it's a pretty big HMV that I walk past it.
Well,
in a shopping centre.
Vinyl has had a surge in popularity, hasn't it? I think that helps.
I mean, like vinyl fine for like a specialist shop, you know, like when you, it's like, oh, this is a cool sort of like private shop that sells vinyl. I get it, it's a cool thing, but you know, like it isn't going to keep a massive shop or franchise like HMV.
Right, and that's why I think Game is sort of surprising. HMV doesn't surprise me as much, because I think, you know, older folks are kind of like, they have a certain way of living, and it involves going to stores. Whereas with video games, I think that audience is more fickle, and people are like, I could get a game without.
I still, yeah, I mean, the people that go in there are mums and dads and people that know better, and like they still buy that, but they'll die, or their kids will grow up.
Yeah, sure.
And it'll be all over. Fuck
it. And Amazon will appeal more and more to the older folks and find ways to, hey, Prime Day.
Yeah. The last time I bought something from
Prime
Game.
Day is love day, right? Let's not kid ourselves.
The last time I bought something from Game was the actual Xbox One, like, because it's a console and I wanted it there and then. But really, now, to be honest, I'd buy a console online because it's cheaper, easier.
Yeah, to be fair, the last thing I bought from there was Persona 5 Steelbook Edition, because you couldn't get it anywhere else.
And look, you hate that game.
I do. I love that game, but I've sort of struggling to find time to play it. I don't know what else to say. I know I need to go back and finish it, but it's a big endeavour. I
don't know why, but somebody in the chat, Sophie versus Gaming, said, good 1126 from a British human. I don't know what that means, but
also humans. Why are you?
You are also British humans.
We are a British human.
I am your son, Sean.
What's in 1126? What is that?
I don't know. Maybe it's a Bible verse. Anyway, who cares? Radiohead.
That's the time, isn't it?
What?
Isn't that the time?
Oh yeah, it is the time.
Well, no, 1026, isn't it? So it's an hour out.
Oh yeah, it's the 1026.
Maybe she's British, living somewhere else.
I don't know. Explain yourself, Sophie. Carry on.
Let's talk about Radiohead, because this is a video game podcast. UK superband Radiohead has released a super expensive version of their album, I guess, and it includes a mystery Easter egg found on a ZX Spectrum. To celebrate their 20th anniversary of OK Computer, Radiohead has released a £100 special edition of the album entitled OK Not OK. This cool package includes an art book, a collection of notes penned by Radiohead frontman, a limited edition vinyl of the album, and a classic C90 cassette. This 90-minute tape includes a collection of rare Radiohead demos, but the last 2 minutes are a mysterious high-pitched frequency reminiscent of the ZX Spectrum's iconic screening. Redditors have, of course, dug into the screening and equalized it through a ZX Spectrum emulator, and the result is software that displays the names of all the band members from 1996, some random scrolling text, and a hidden black text on a black background message that reads, "Congratulations, you found the secret message. Is it Sid lives? We should get out more. It's all over. It's all very Radiohead, isn't it?"
It's very cool. I've got to say, I love it.
The whole thing is revealed on the video below, so I'll put the video on the stream now. And I don't know. I suppose they were a fan of the ZX Spectrum, and they just thought this.
Well, they're kind of that age, aren't they? When you think about it, Tom York, I think I'm assuming he's around my age. You know, around about sort of mid to late 40s.
Yeah.
So I love the fact. I mean, let's be honest here. How many people have access to a cassette anymore? You know what I mean? Who even has a cassette player, let alone anything else?
Annoying douchebags.
But apparently, I've heard recently that cassettes are going to be the next thing to be reintroduced after vinyl. It's like, now it's cassettes again.
Yeah.
I heard 5 years ago about hipsters collecting cassettes, and they're talking about, oh, there's a sound that comes through a cassette that just isn't like the same thing when it's on a CD or even vinyl, man. I was like, shut up. They were inconvenient. The tape got eaten all the time. The sound.
I was just about to say that. I was just about who wants tape? Vinyl. I get vinyl, right? Because if you look after it, it's
so stupid.
It's not vinyl's the purest sound you can get.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
It crackles.
That's great, though. That's great. No,
that's
well,
not great.
But in terms of
it depends.
Pure, it's not pure sound.
It is the pure sound. It is the exact sound of the recording, unlike a CD that's been compressed and digitalized and changed.
Boring.
Look, you're talking to someone who knows about audio stuff, so don't even begin.
I know about audio stuff. I like the way songs sound.
But yeah, vinyl is still the best way to play a song. If you've got the right equipment, if you have a fantastic amplifier and a really good, turntable, then you're always going to get the best sound.
Music. I want to make sure the sound quality is super high and perfect.
I watched the video of a guy that makes vinyl records from the ashes of dead people, right? And
sure he does.
No, he does. So like on the vinyl record, this guy wanted to remember his mother, right?
Oh God, he really does do this,
right? And luckily, this guy had a recording of his mother, right? And anyway, he wanted to crush it down and remember his mother, and he found a guy that could do it, and he on the vinyl record is the recording of his mother.
That is kind of cool.
It is kind
of
cool.
But also a bit creepy and weird at the same time.
What, is it any weird than just putting them in a fucking urn and putting them on your...
No, I agree. It is kind of cool, but I don't know. It's a bit weird. I don't know. I like it, though. I like it.
Tara's always said that she wants to be a peach tree because she likes peach trees. So, and also the peach tree from The Simpsons. She finds that funny.
My peach tree, Mom.
She always laughs at that every time.
Great line.
But like so that it's like it's boring, isn't it? To be like, oh, I don't want to be a pile of dust that everybody kind of awkwardly holds.
George Carlin said, "I don't want to be buried. I don't want to be burned. I want to be blown up."
Yeah, way better. Way better. I want to. I would like my ashes to be in an urn and put into like a prank where people like drop me or something for fun. To make everybody feel awkward and awful. That's what I want to do with me. So it's all fine. But anyway, vinyl records can
like on
be...
TV Rock when Colleen goes, and where will I be? Orbiting the Earth in my coffin rocket.
Yeah,
I saw it on TV. It's very expensive. I couldn't find it on YouTube except in Spanish. So here you go.
Juega con mi melocotonero.
Perfect. Captures it well. And the last bit of news now, seeing as we start talking about vinyl records and death, it's only right that we talk about what remains of Edith Finch. It will soon be coming to Xbox One, and it will head to the Xbox One on the 19th of July, which is 3 days from now. As we record this, it will be out as you hear this for $20 in America, which is probably, if I do the math correctly, £20 in the UK. I don't know. It's a video game. Did you play this, Stu?
It's good. I've bought and played this twice. I played through it twice.
Nerd.
Which is another game I finished this year instantly, which you've already forgotten.
But yes, is it like 3 hours long and you just have to piss in?
Yeah, it literally is about two and a half hours.
To be honest, like they only count as like a quarter of a game.
It is 2.5 to 3 hours of some of the best gaming I played this year.
I don't think so.
Very, very good.
That is the news.
Yeah. So if you have got an Xbox, just get it. It's good. It's great. Really good. Well worth every penny. Right, on that note, we do have some emails. Let's do the emails.
Whoa, that ruled.
That did rule. And to start us off tonight is an email from Sumu, who has been in the chat tonight. Yeah, I don't know if he's still there, but he has been in the chat.
When I played PUBG for life, he said, I hope Sue doesn't take offense to the email. And I said, Sumu, that's not the right attitude. You should hope that he takes offense because he's a sensitive creature. And,
I am very sensitive.
He'll cry at anything, so it's fine.
I will cry. Just before we start this, Soul Brothers asked which episode was a speak pipe where we're all talking like we're drunk. I have no clue what episode that was.
I can't remember that. No.
Not a clue.
You just have to listen to all 300.
You will. You'll have to listen to them to find. Well, it's in the last sort of 30. In the last 30 or so somewhere, but no idea where. It's in there somewhere. Anyway, here he goes. He goes, awesome show, guys.
Oh, it is 393. Fucking hell. We've done a lot of episodes.
We have done a lot of episodes, yeah.
Thanks, Sumu.
Awesome. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, look, we agree. It is awesome.
Yeah.
It's totally awesome.
Best show.
Good. Awesome.
So, who pissed on Stu's chips last week? He was antagonistic as fuck. Duke mentioned his 10-year anniversary celebrations, and no nice man. just why'd you have a crap veggie sandwich? Look, I was just making a comment, okay? It was just an observation.
After having said, oh, congratulations on 10 years of marriage. Oh, wait, no, you never said that, did you? You just started right in with the sandwich complaining.
No, I didn't. By the way, Duke.
Sandwich complaining Duchess. Stu spent like 5 minutes last week bitching about how we didn't have meat on our sandwich.
Well, I'm not guessing every guest that was there was a vegetarian.
No, it didn't affect him in any way, Duchess. That's my point. He can get stuffed. Go ahead, Stu. I'm done agreeing with Duchess that you're a weirdo. Go ahead.
Yeah, congratulations on the 10-year anniversary. Anyway.
A little late now.
Belated. Anyway, he says, last Friday was my 16th anniversary, and I might take the wife jelly wrestling. And if anybody doesn't like it, they can just suck on old bub.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't change, Stu.
Congratulations for your 16 years.
Yeah, congratulations, man. That's good. Well done, you.
Our anniversaries are at the same time. We should hang out and have a double party.
You two have got a long way to go because I'm up to 23, I think.
I'm not on one yet.
I know, you're not even on one.
I'm not even on 1 month.
No, you'll be on 0 soon, though. In a year's time,
you'll
be on 0. Yeah, be on 0.
Yeah.
Anyway, he says, don't change, Stu. Don't worry, I won't, because I don't care. Anyway, he said, watched Ginny play PUBG last week, and it was awesome. It was true sport teamwork, sharing, great intel, and loads of pranking. Loved it. When Ginny was walking through a door, then a massive bullet hole was blasted inch from his tab. He shit himself. Then he realizes it's one of his squad and just replied, dick. Lol.
I don't remember that.
Well, it's like I shot Fraser in the face because he popped up and I didn't realize it was him. And I was like, oh my God.
What you've got to remember, Ginny, is people remember more than you do.
Yeah,
people
it's true,
remember. Anyway, says, don't think I'll ever pluck up the courage to join in, but a great win, Ginny and pals. He did. Yeah, he said he did.
You liar.
Yeah, you liar. Finally, on kids underage gaming or film watching, I think there is a lot of room for manoeuvre, as every child is different. As Stu is rewatching Breaking Bad with Millie, I know one thing I prefer to sit watching Freddy than watching Skylar White give Walter a hand job while watching an eBay auction. And do you know, it was quite funny when that bit came on. I was like, oh yeah, that did happen. I forgot all about that. And Millie sat there like,
I'm a good parent.
Right, and Kay's like, I told you there was bad stuff in it. And I'm like, oh, well, whatever.
So
anyway,
fine. Hand job, no go.
Not so much.
Right.
Thanks for the podcast, boys. Looking forward to it every week. Sumu. So thank you very much for that. That's very kind. Yeah, very kind of you. Very kind. And the second email we have this evening is from Procrastinator Fabulous Finley, who is a very regular emailer. He says this. Hey. I went to a riot. God, that's a bit extreme, isn't it? Going rioting. What's all that about?
Depends on if there's been injustice. You need to stick it to the man.
Oh, just a minute. I should have read a bit further. The Royal International Tattoo.
I see what you did there.
This weekend, and holy crap, it was loud. Most of the jets were almost supersonic, because if they did the sonic boom, they would set off all the car alarms. And there was even a B-2 Spirit. Search it up if you must. However,
I will.
So you'll have to, search it up, stick it on the stream. I don't even know what one of those is. However, my favourite part had to be the Battle of Britain Memorial Flight, as they do it every year. Now, interesting.
I got audio footage of the riot that he went to.
I call this a sucker riot. Come on, boys. Let's take him to school.
Now, I need to interject at this point, because when I was a small boy...
Oh, God, here we go.
which is a long time. I need the thing, the dream. What's the dream noise? Have you still got that?
Yeah, the flashback noise. Hang on a
Yeah,
second.
go on, do it.
I looked up for you. Yeah, yeah. Stu, are you ready for school?
I am. Yes, I've got my shorts and t-shirt on.
Sorry, did I fall asleep? What the fuck is going on?
So anyway,
George, Uncle Mike, he's just having one of his fits again. Hurry up, let's go to school.
Okay. Yeah, when I was a small boy, my dad used to take us to Scarborough on holiday every year.
Scarborough in the car.
Scarborough.
Get
And
the
there was a place called P-Zone Park in
Right.
Scarborough. And they had like this oriental garden. It was dead cool. But the main thing they used to do at P-Zone Park, they had this sort of planes on wires and battleships and all this like model stuff, like all radio controlled. And they used to recreate famous battles on this lake, right? And it was super cool. Now, I'm sure if I saw it now as a grown adult, I'd think, what the fuck is this shit, right? But when you're like 7 years old and you're watching these like fighter planes on a wire dropping bombs on like big massive ships on the water, it was proper cool.
All right, Stu, are you done watching your little remote control naval battles? Can we go home now?
I know, yeah. I'm done.
Okay.
Yeah, it's lovely.
Oh man, that was a fun memory.
Yeah.
Where
Anyway,
am I?
Exactly. However, my favourite part had to be the Battle of Britain Memorial Flight, as they do it every year. This year with 4 Supermarine Spitfires and 1 Avro Lancaster bomber. The Lancaster is my favourite plane. But anyway, this week gave me an idea for the quiz. You guessed it, planes.
Oh, it's time for the quiz then, huh? Is that what's
It
going
is.
on here?
It is.
We got something for that.
It's time for the quiz. It's time for the quiz. We play the shitty sound clip when it's time for the quiz.
In Battlefield 3, the single-player mission Operation Swordbreaker, you fly in what I presume is an F-18. But where do you take off from? Where is that? Where do you take off from?
Andrews Airfield Base.
Anyway, Chini, where do you take off from? Any ideas?
What was the question?
In Battlefield 3, the single-player mission Operation Swordbreaker, you fly in what I presume is an F-18. But where do you take off from?
Devon.
Where does the mission start? No.
Devon. No.
It's
Wolverhampton.
The question's... Oh,
Madison.
watching this plane, lad. Sorry. I was completely distracted then by the bunny hopping plane. Thinking, oh, God, I don't want to go on holiday. I haven't seen that now.
Stream of planes landing badly.
Landing badly. Anyway, the answer is an aircraft carrier, so it's a little bit misleading. Slightly misleading. Number 2, who do you play as in Tom Clancy's Hawks?
A pilot.
The pilot, there you go.
Correct. It's correct. 1 point.
Ginny, any ideas in the name of this here pilot that you referring to?
Name. You didn't say I needed a name.
Captain Gregory Overhorth.
No.
Am I close?
No, it's David Crenshaw.
Oh, I was going to say David Crenshaw.
David Crenshaw. Right, okay. Number 3. Look, there's a chance here. It's a COD. It's a COD question.
Okay.
In COD, the UAV is... No, the UAV is infamous, but what does it stand for?
Unmanned aerial vehicle.
Hey!
Yeah.
Number 4. In PlanetSide 2, there is an aircraft called the Galaxy, but what is its role? What's it used for?
Blowing up stuff?
No.
PlanetSide 2?
Yep.
Who plays that game? No one.
Someone does, I don't know. People play it.
What was the question?
I think, Jude, didn't you play this once for a bit?
Yeah, I played it once. That's why I said I played it once.
Yeah, you did. In
How many
PlanetSide
times
2...
did you play it, Duke?
Once. There's an aircraft called the Galaxy, but what's it used for? What's its role?
Role model?
No.
Home lawn?
Is it to drop off dildos
I'm
in
stopping this now. I'm just going to Google. It's troop transport, apparently.
Yeah, I said blow stuff up.
Yeah, you don't blow stuff up with your troop transport. What are you talking about?
You blow up the troops.
In question 5, here we go. To finish it off, question 5. In War Thunder, there is an odd aircraft built in 1945 and looks like a 2P-51 Mustangs, which I also saw in the air show. Stuck together, it has a 650 cal Browning machine guns and was made for long-range escorts. But what was its name? As if you're going to get this. What was its name?
It was the Z4.
You know, a good quiz, giving people questions they might be able to answer.
The Z4 Abraham Lincoln.
Oh, it was the Jeffrey Crenshaw.
It's so close. You're so close.
What?
You're miles away. The F-82E, apparently. You should have known that. What are you doing? How did you not even know?
F-82D.
Oh, you're so close. Thanks for reading. Have a good one, Finley. So there you go. So thank you, Finley. That's very kind of you. Anyway. Yeah. That's it for emails this week. So we do need to move on to the speak pipes. So we got some speak pipes.
Speak pipe.
Speak pipe. It's the way to leave a message for us.
All right. The first one here is from Stephen Hawking. This was fun last week. Let's hear the next one.
Hi guys, Stephen here. I have a question. Do any of you plan to go to Disney World soon?
No.
No.
Yes.
Oh.
Maybe we could hang out. I get to jump all the queues, and I will let E.T. say your name on the ride. That's my favorite part. Anyway, must dash. I'm playing Elite Dangerous. I have to say it's utter bollocks. But I really want to know what's at the center of the universe. Frying pans, Weetabix, cornflakes, and gravy. Zippity bow. See you later.
Brilliant.
Nice. I think you got your games mixed up there, buddy. I think it's
yeah.
No Man's Sky that has something at the center of the universe,
No Man's Sky that has the frying pans.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Derek Sines has the next speak pipe. It's a minute and a half.
We're now going to progress to some steps which are a bit more difficult. Ready, set.
Hey, veteran gamers, it's Derek Sains again, and I've got a would you rather for you this week.
Ooh.
First choice, would you rather be able to speak, understand, write, and read any human language? Or would you rather be able to play any instrument, musical instrument, like a virtuoso? Or would you rather be able to sing in any pitch and in any style? So that's the three choices.
Speak any language?
Instrument.
Yeah, I go with instrument as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I could speak to people through the art of saxophone.
Yeah. And let's be honest, right? As selfish sort of English-speaking people, everybody else learns English, so we don't need to worry.
Yeah,
pretty
fine.
much wherever you go, everyone speaks English. So what's the problem, man?
Don't worry about it.
Being able to communicate with people in their language because it lets them know that you're willing to meet them where they are.
Yeah, but who cares? Really? Yeah, I'm not bothered. What's the matter?
When I was on holiday and there was no English people around, I was so happy because I couldn't hear anything.
Well, you could hear it. You could understand
no, like because one day this English family sat next to me and I could hear everything. They was complaining about stuff. And I'm like, oh my god, put me next to some foreigners now.
I told you when we were in Italy on our honeymoon, and this group of German guys in Italy were talking, and then at one point they go, Cartman got an anal probe. Like,
yeah, it's brilliant.
Yeah,
and the singing thing, I'm not that bothered about singing because I can already sing in any pitch, so it doesn't really matter.
That is true.
F sharp. Do it right now. Sing an F sharp.
Oh.
That's not F sharp.
I'm not. It's fine. It's fine. It was pitch perfect. What are you going on about?
Shut up and let me play the rest of the speak pipe. Damn.
Oh, sorry.
Let me rewind it a little bit.
Yeah, rewind, man.
Choice number one, the language option.
Yeah, that's because that's the cool option. Thank you.
And I rang someone up and asked them about my choice, and this is what they sang down the phone to me in reply.
She said, hola, ¿cómo está? She said, konnichiwa. She said, pardon my French. I said, bonjour, madame. Then she said, ça passe. And I said, Napoli. No matter where I go, you know I love them all. She said, hola, ¿cómo está? She said, konnichiwa. She said, pardon my French. I said, bonjour, madame. Then she said, ça passe. And I said, Napoli. No matter where I go, you know I love them all.
Well, thanks to Anne-Marie for that, and I don't think I need to say any more, except maybe keep on gaming.
Yeah. It reminds me of Michael Franti has a song, Hello, Bonjour. Yeah. Here, let me cut to the chorus here. Yeah. Konnichiwa.
So we didn't just check though. Why the play any instrument for you, Ginny?
I don't know, because it's cool.
It is cool. I'm the same because I've always I can't play any instruments apart from a kazoo, right? And that kind of doesn't really count.
Doesn't count at all.
I can play a Jew's harp though. I'm quite good with that. So there you go. I play a Jew's harp. Yeah, so I can play a Jew's harp. And I was pretty good at that when I was at school, and people are like, what the hell is that even? But yeah, I'd like to play any sort of instrument just to be able to say I can play something. So yeah, that's why it's me. And I've got to say, can I just say before we move on that Derek's speak pipes are getting pretty good. It's good. I like it. It's good.
What did he ask last week? I forgot. It was a question. It's got a weird question.
I've slept since then.
I don't remember. So, Derek, send us another speak pipe reminding us about.
Remember. It was about what made you nervous.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, the question, what made you nervous?
I can't remember what you said now.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Nothing makes me nervous, really. Nothing.
Yeah.
I very rarely get nervous about anything.
Obviously, he doesn't work with teenagers.
No. So what makes you nervous, Chidi? Out of interest.
Just responsibilities and.
Being an adult.
Being an adult.
Oh no! Oh no!
The constant fear of death. I don't know, really.
Death, you're so crazy.
I don't know. Don't really get nervous, to be honest.
There you go. That's like me. I very rarely get nervous.
No.
I said the only time I can remember being really nervous, like I said last week, was when I had to do a massive presentation in front of a load of company directors. That was pretty nerve-wracking.
I've got to do a big shoot tomorrow with extras and actors, and I've got to direct them all.
Ooh,
so when I think about it, I kind of go, ugh, and then I just get over it.
Yeah, I reckon you'll probably think about it and you'll go, oh, no, it'll be right. Whatever.
Fine. Whatever.
Who cares?
They just go where I tell them to. Because they all...
You stand there.
On a shoot where you've got extras and actors, you're paying all these actors and the customers there, and they're paid a lot of money for this shoot and all this sort of stuff. You do kind of if you get nervous, I feel like you'll fuck it up. So I try not to think about it. And then everybody just asks you questions like, am I supposed to stand here? Is what I'm wearing is okay? When we're going to go over there? When will this be finished? I'm like, I don't know any of these answers, but I just blag it all and just make it all up.
You'll be right? One of the people off The Apprentice, when they have to film an advert or whatever, that'll be you. Going, oh yeah, you stand there, yeah, you do that.
But I know what I'm doing.
I think I should stand in and be the actor in this.
No, I never do that. There's a reason why we've paid actors to do certain things.
Yeah.
So, it's fine.
So
when I think about that, sometimes I have just a second of, and then I just kind of
get over it. You just get over it. It's all good. Good. Right, and I think that's it for the sound clips of the speak pipes this week. So on that note, sound clips is never done for sound.
It's time for a shout out. Hey!
Exactly. Have you just got your guitar out because we're talking about instruments? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
That was me.
Okay.
Yeah,
Duke.
Right. Duke's learned how to play it.
Yeah.
I know.
Hey, Duke. Mary Had a Little Lamb.
Oh, shit.
I know, it's impressive. Wait, watch. Here, listen.
That was shit, Duke. You're shit at it.
Oh, man, I'm just learning. Sorry. You have to forgive me.
Why don't you play something else that,
What about Smoke on the Water? Let's hear something good.
Nah, fuck that song. It's
I don't want to hear that. What do you want to hear, Chinny?
I don't know. What? What do we hear? I don't know, like, fuck, I don't know what to play.
What Duke's gonna play? What is Duke to
play?
Yeah, what do you want Duke to play?
Why don't you play? I don't know, like, Nothing Else Matters by Metallica.
All right, here you go. You ready?
Yep, go for it.
Yep, go.
Nothing else matters.
Nothing else matters.
Guitar part really well, huh?
Yeah, you're doing really well, mate.
Thanks.
Yeah, you did well. It sounds
that
good.
up.
All right,
Keep
doing
that up.
shout outs. We gotta move this shit along.
Yeah, shout outs anyway.
Sorry.
Let's have a musical shout out from Chinny. Go for it. Musical shout out. Let's have it.
Okay. Sumu played Battlegrounds with us and shat himself. But don't worry, Sumu, you were shit.
It happens to all of us.
I'd also like to shout out a different song. Verbal Rob. Don't steal my job. Get your own fucking podcast. Oh wait, you've got one. Fuck off. That's the
Brilliant.
Love
It's
shout out.
I think that's me done with shout out.
Oh my god. I mean, perfect. I mean, what else can I
There's
say?
one more coming. There's one more coming.
Oh my god, there's another coming. There's another coming.
Me. I'm great. Shout out to me. 'Cause I'm great. That's it.
Okay. Right.
Was that pretty good?
Pretty
Very
good.
nice.
It's pretty good, man.
I'm
It's
done.
Duke, anyway. You don't
Yeah.
Duke, over
I have
to
a
you.
shout out to Zero Yug because he is the one who sent me the Bacon Pancake remixes. Let's hear one of those.
Making pancakes, making bacon pancakes. Takes a put it in a pancake. Making pancakes, that's what it's gonna make. Bacon pancakes.
Wow, is that the drum and bass bacon pancakes?
No, that was dubstep. God damn.
Oh,
you know,
dubstep. I don't know. Mm.
Anyway, I will shout out Chopper Kelly because he liked my Tremopoline tweet. And who else? Yeah, Mr. Pink Eyes, Cebular. He was exactly the same as me on the political compass. That what's his name? And I would also like to shout out Rob for filling in for Chinny last week, and Greg DeLacy for his advice on how to record a podcast well. No eating. That's fine.
No eating. I think I'm almost sure he's had that bugbear before with us. I'm sure he's already mentioned that once before.
Probably. He's the type of person who complains about all sorts of things. Me,
Yeah.
I never complain. I'm just Mr. Happy, Sunny, Positive.
You are. You are.
Yeah.
I'm going to shout out also Rob for filling in for Chinny last week. So thank you again, Rob, for doing that. That's very kind of you. From the Boss Wave podcast, we should mention his show again. If you've not listened to it, go and give it a go. And I'm also going to shout out Daniel T on the Twitters, because he said, you guys are as funny as fuck. Could you discuss make fun of Xbox Pass? That'd be hilarious.
A lot of times people have sex, but it's not funny. So when you say we're funny as fuck, that's not a compliment exactly.
Depends how you're fucking, doesn't it? I guess.
Yeah, but most people. That's why I said most people.
How did we get here? We're supposed to talk about Xbox Pass. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, well, I'm leading up to it though.
Oh.
Yeah, we're leading
Because
up to the
they have
pass.
sex. They want to buy a pass to have sex.
Tuscan in the chat says Derek sounds like Anthony Hopkins, and I agree.
Yeah, he does a little bit. He's got a good voice. I like
Hey,
it. Little bit of a Welsh twang there. A little Welsh twang.
Let's eat some people. Yeah,
Not on the podcast. You can't eat on a podcast.
So yeah, as long as you don't eat people on a podcast, it's fine.
You know, the thing that's stupid to me about Xbox Pass. Here's the thing I find stupidest. I don't know what it is, and that's pretty stupid.
There you go.
It's like the Netflix of games, but Xbox.
Yeah.
Like, Duke cares so little about it, he doesn't even know what it is.
I don't have an Xbox, do I? So there's no point in me doing that.
And I don't have an Xbox either.
If Steam did it, would I subscribe? Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. I've
So
got nothing funny to say about it other than
I don't know.
I don't know. There's just not enough games for it. That's all it is. I don't know.
There isn't.
No one knows
But you
what
can
they're
play
doing.
Viva Pinata. You can play Viva Pinata. What's up with that?
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I've already got
And
Viva
Trouble in
Pinata,
Paradise.
most of the games on Game Pass are fucking rare replay games anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm.
I like Viva Pinata.
No.
Do you remember, right? Do you remember, right? Like, Greg is giving us shit about you eating on the podcast. Do you remember when he played that song nearly every week for about 10 weeks?
Yeah, he did.
Anyway, the point is, you get like 3 free games for Xbox Gold anyway, right? So why would you subscribe to this other thing?
Because you get other games.
Yeah, but they're not great.
I think it'll get better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, can I just mention that? Well, because he
Hope
did.
your
send us a-
sides aren't splitting from all those jokes you were just...
I know, yeah, that was just not funny in the least.
Oh my
Can
God.
I just mention though? He says he's still rocking the balls, the game balls. Can I just say, Millie is currently on 926, so she's going to break her first 1,000 score on the game.
That's
so.
ridiculous. That game's boring if you get too high.
So there you go.
That girl needs like a
and that's-
book to read.
If I could start at 50, it would be awesome. I would never stop playing it. It's having to go through 1 through 49. That's like,
Yeah, exactly. But then if you started at 50, you'd be going, oh, if only I could start at 100.
Any other?
No, that's it for me. And just obviously the general shout out to everybody who interacts with the show. And a big shout out to Derek because he was a bit nervous about doing Speak Pipes. Look, and he's doing a great job.
He did do a good job. Good job, Derek.
He has got a good voice for
He's
it.
got a good voice. He sounds confident. He asks good questions. I
do they have a bad voice for it? Hey guys, I want to ask you a question.
I think us three, we have bad voices for it.
Terrible voices, to be fair. Terrible. But at least also it saves me reading out an email, so that's all good.
Imagine if Barry White sent in an email or a speak pipe. Hey, everybody. Send an email. Hey, this is Barry White. How you guys doing? I can't get enough of your love.
Hey, baby, let's get it on.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what Barry White sounds like.
It sounds exactly like that.
Oh,
See, that was
had his
me.
treble removed. Hey, baby, let's get it on.
Hey, baby,
Won't you? Won't you? Won't you? Balls, 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 balls. Won't you?
It's not going to happen.
Let's boring instead. Sitting at home, watch TV. Turn it up, so good to me. Won't you?
Here comes the Figure Man.
Yeah. There you go. End of the show. Another one in the bag. Is it worth it?
Can't wait for the paycheck.
Exactly. When that money comes in my PayPal, it's like payday.
Yeah. Those thousands
Yeah,
of pounds
yeah,
that
it
we
is.
get each episode.
I know. Yeah, it is, man. All that advertising revenue.
Every time we mention VR and
VR,
what happened to
yeah.
Edith Bromley or whatever it's card.
Yeah, Microsoft and Sony, they all give us cash. The hard
Every time
stuff.
we mention Heavy Rain, we get like $50.
Heavy rain.
Jason.
Well, just before we go, very quickly before we go, we should mention EGX is coming up very quickly.
Yeah.
It is. It is. 29th of September, I believe.
September.
29th of September. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
So, sorry. What am I talking about? That's just a load of bollocks. It's the 21st to the 24th of September. So there you go. I was close. It was in September anyway. But it is coming up faster than you think. So people, if you're going, obviously we want to meet up as we always do.
No, we
we'll
don't.
be there. Shut up. We'll be there. I'm assuming we're doing the Friday, Saturday, Sunday again. I'm going to try and stay till Sunday. I'm going to try and be more
No,
positive
you won't.
this year. I will. I'm going to do it. I'm going to
You'll
stay till
go.
Sunday.
If you don't, then what?
I don't know. So yeah, I'm going to stay till Sunday. I'm going to do it this year. I'm going to do it. But I do think there'll be more stuff there this year, so we'll see. But yeah, if you're going, let us know. If you want to meet up, let us know. If you don't care, let us know, because we don't care either.
It would be more effective maybe than just let us know if you want to meet up. Maybe like set the place and be like, hey, come to the Veteran Gamers meetup. It's going to be at this place at this time.
What? But that sounds way too organized.
I don't think it would be that hard.
I don't know. It sounds like we'd have to plan stuff.
Plan a place to meet for dinner.
Exactly. Yeah. That sounds complicated.
That's really hard to do at EJX.
It is. You want to try it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'll try it. Saturday night, 6 p.m. Meet at the pizza place closest to the event.
You're joking. It's a midlife gamer party Saturday night.
Fine, Friday night.
Don't know about that. We'll see.
This is why it's hard, because you're just negative. Start being more positive. EGX. That's not going to work.
I guess. We'll meet in the queue. There you go. How about that?
Yeah, that's fun. I just think of the poor new person who's like, oh, I'm going to EGX this year. I'll finally get to meet the Veteran Gamers. Oh, I'll meet 3 of them while they're waiting around for a game.
Yeah.
Rather than have a big gathering where I get to meet everybody.
Whoa, wait a minute. What did you just say? 3? Are you coming, Duke, this year?
Oh, I wish. It's the first month of school. I can't do anything during the first month of school. My brain's fried.
Yeah. Anyway, that is it. So we're going now. We've gone already.
We are going now. Stop listening. I command you.